Yo, what's going on YouTube, man? It is that boy EC with an I and not a Y, man. And I am back again with another YouTube video, man. Today, as you can see from the title and the thumbnail, man, we have different types of printing styles for your clothing brand. So today I'm just going to tell you a couple things about different type of printing styles that I've learned so far. If you guys don't know about me, my name is EC. I have a clothing brand named Three Eternal, man. It has 6,000 followers on Instagram. I had it for about probably like 6 months now. Not really too long, you know what I'm saying? And I am now currently a 4-figure clothing brand owner. Man, it's crazy to say that. I only started like 6 months ago and I made over $2,000 with my clothing brand, you know what I'm saying? I might put the stats right here or something like that, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, man, so today, as I said before, I'm going to teach you a couple different printing styles that I've learned so far, because maybe you want to know, maybe you want to gain more knowledge, you know what I'm saying? So without further ado, man, let's get straight into it. Let's go. Alright, y'all, so the first one that I'm going to talk about is puff print. Now, this one's a little bit more out of style. It was popular like probably like 2 years ago. It was more popular. Now it's kind of died down a little bit. I know you've seen this from brands like Broken Planet. Another one that currently uses it is Statement, and I also used it in my most recent drop. It's not really as popular anymore, but it can still get sales, man, because a couple brands still use it, you feel what I'm saying? So here is my hoodie that I just made. This is from my recent drop. I had a black and a pink version. As you can see the print right here, this is puff print. It's like a balloony type print that just puffs up. It's kind of self-explanatory. It's just a print. It goes from on the shirt and it puffs up. You know what I'm saying? So nothing too crazy to say about this, man. It's just a balloony type print. Um, as you can see, Hoodie used it. Also, a brand called Ulov SK. He had a puff print tee. You know what I'm saying? So puff print is out of style, but you can still sell it. I sold out of all my hoodies that were puff print. So even though it's out of style, you can add a couple little things to spice it up to sell it. So that is puff print. Puff print is basically just a 3D balloony print that puffs up. You know what I'm saying? Nothing too crazy to say right there. Alright, y'all, so number two that I'm going to talk about is embroidery. Embroidery is another type of 3D printing, but this is mainly for logos. Like you see it on like Nike. I know you guys know about Nike, you know what I'm saying? You see it on the Nike logo a lot. Also, you see it on hats a lot. You can see it on pants. It's really for everything, but instead of like puff print, a balloony print, it's more of like stitching. Like they put stitching inside like a hoodie, t-shirt, and they just put it over multiple times to make the embroidery type look. So I'm going to show you an example real quick. Alright, y'all, so as you can see, this Nike logo, let me speak, this Nike logo right here, this is embroidery. As you can see, it's a stitching that goes on top of a hoodie. It's just a needle that puts the stitching through and just puts it on top multiple times to make this embroidery type logo, as you can see right here. And yeah, man, that is embroidery. You see it on hats, like fitted hats has embroidery. Logos like this have embroidery. And so, yeah, man, if you want to use embroidery, use it for logos, things that you want to stand out, you know what I'm saying? That's what I mostly seen embroidery used for. So, man, let's get on to more of like t-shirts, more 2D print. Alright, y'all, so now we're on to the 2D prints, man. So there are three type of 2D prints, okay? So first, we have screen print. Second, we have direct to garment. And third, we have thermal, which most people do when they want to make their tees or hoodies or whatever at home. So first things first, we're going to start on screen print. Alright, y'all, so screen print is pretty simple. So this is when the manufacturer gets a piece of paint film and they embed the design within the tee. And so screen print is very reliable, it's very simple, and gets a job done. But one thing is that I learned is that screen print is when you want to get simple colors made. So the one that I have had recently made that screen print was red, white, and black. Very simple, very easy color, and that's why I use screen print. So what I'm going to do is show you the example real quick. So as you can see, this is the screen printed tee. Very simple design, very simple colors, nothing too crazy going on, and that's why I got this screen printed. And as you can hear, this is into the tee. Wash this a couple times, and that's what I mean by longevity. With a screen print design, you can wash it and it will last long. It will last you forever. That way your customer don't complain like, hey, why is my t-shirt cracking? Why is it doing this? No, you won't have that with screen print. and also the next one that I'm going to talk about, but we're not talking about that right now. So yeah, that's screen print. Very easy, very simple, and reliable. So now let's get into the next one, which is direct to garment. Alright, y'all, so the next one that I'm going to talk about is direct to garment. And so with direct to garment, it's pretty much the same as screen print, but one thing that I learned is that two things that are different with it. Number one, direct to garment is when you want to have multiple colors made. So let's just say randomly you want a purple, green, and blue t-shirt made. That's when you want to use direct to garment. You want to use screen print for simple, direct to garment for multiple colors. Another thing that I learned is that with direct to garment, your whites come out more grayish. So as you seen from my last example of my t-shirt, the screen print design was very white. But what I'm going to show you next is direct to garment, and it's more of like a grayish white. So alright, y'all, so here's my direct to garment example. As you can see right here, what I mean by the whites are not as white. The Jason mask is usually white, but as you can see, it looks more grayish, and that is because this is direct to garment. And so with direct to garment, as I said before, the whites are a little bit more grayish instead of it being like plain white like the other example that I showed you, man. So yeah. Alright, y'all, so the last one that we're gonna talk about is thermal slash heat press print, man. So I'm not gonna lie to y'all boys, I would not suggest thermal heat press print, man, because the thing is, it doesn't last long. You know what I'm saying? If you end up selling it to a customer, your customer is gonna ask you, hey, why is my t-shirt cracking? Bro, and you don't want that. So that's why I would not recommend you doing it. If you can, if you want to do it, I have nothing against it. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, do what you do. Doesn't bother me. But what I'm saying is it's going to help your brand to use one of the other two prints like screen print, direct to garment, then thermal. Because people are going to want to wear your brand forever. They're going to want the t-shirt forever. They're not going to want to have it for one or two wears and then your t-shirt isn't a ripping. So I'm going to show you an example of a heat press slash thermal print t-shirt. Let's go. Alright, y'all, so here is my example for thermal slash heat press tee. As you can see, I'm going to come up close. It is already cracking. I only washed this like 2 to 3 times. It's already cracking, and that is because this is heat press on, which means it's on top of the tee and not into the tee. And so what that does, it makes it to where the t-shirt easily wears down, and that is not what you want for your brand. You want your brand to have longevity, and when people wash it, you want people to be able to wear it multiple times without it messing up. That way they get most of the bang for their buck, and that way they come back saying, hey, this quality is good, I would love to buy another tee. They're not going to want to buy another tee if their t-shirt is cracking and messing up. So that's why I would not recommend you doing that, but it's up to you and your own choice, man. So if you guys like videos like this or detailed like this, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, man. Let me know what other videos you would like to see, and I'm out. Goodbye.